When you're ready to start your business, Northwest Registered Agent gives you access to thousands of free guides, tools, and legal forms. Everything you need to launch and protect your business in one place. Northwest Registered Agent has been helping small business owners and entrepreneurs launch and grow businesses for nearly 30 years. They're the largest registered agent and LLC service in the U.S., with over 1,500 corporate guides, real people who know your local laws and can help you in your business every step of the way. Plus, with Northwest, privacy is automatic. They never sell your data and handle all services in-house because privacy by default is their pledge to customers. Don't wait. Protect your privacy, build your brand, and get your complete business identity in just 10 clicks and 10 minutes. Visit northwestregisteredagent.com/OFD-free and start building something amazing. Get more with Northwest Registered Agent at northwestregisteredagent.com/OFD-free. This is Optimal Finance Daily. Budgeting Tips, 10 Ways to Lower Your Life's Fixed Costs by Joshua Becker of becomingminimalist.com. In accounting terms, a company's expense budget is comprised of two types of expenses, fixed costs and variable costs. A fixed cost is an expense that does not change with an increase or decrease in the number of goods or services produced or sold. These are expenses that have to be paid by a company independent of any business activity. Think rent, insurance, salaries. Variable costs, on the other hand, may change significantly from one month to another based on the level of production or activity. Household budgets hold the same reality. They're comprised of two types of expenses, fixed and variable. Our mortgage payment, for example, does not change from one month to another, so it's fixed. But the exact amount of money spent on clothing or ice cream varies wildly from one month to another, so it's variable. In fact, the personal budgeting tool I recommend most is built on the foundation of comparing fixed expenses to income in order to discover how much is left for variable costs. Theoretically, fixed costs are not easy to change. That is why they're called fixed, but not easy and not possible are not the same. A business and a household can always make changes to their fixed costs, and when they lower them, they're left with more margin in the budget and more money in the bank. So let's go over some budgeting tips to lower your fixed costs. 10 budgeting tips to lower your life's fixed costs. Number 1, buy or rent a smaller home. In most situations, housing costs, rent, mortgage, and taxes take up the largest percentage of a person's income. Living in a smaller home offers opportunity to cut these fixed costs. In our society, moving to a smaller home is equated with taking a step back in life. But that's a shame. There are many benefits to a family living in a smaller home, and your largest expense offers the greatest opportunity. Number 2, avoid car payments. Among the most important financial advice I've ever received was the recommendation to never carry a car payment. Buy the most reliable car you can purchase with cash, and then begin saving for your next vehicle. Sell your old one, add the cash you've saved, and upgrade. I've followed it my entire life, and it's advice that can dramatically reduce your life's fixed costs. Number 3, double check reoccurring expenses. Take a hard look at your next credit card or bank statement, searching for reoccurring monthly expenses, things like memberships and subscriptions. Are you still using them all? Did you forget that some were even there? Cancel any of those you no longer need or use. Your monthly fixed costs will shrink immediately. Number 4, research insurance costs. Insurance is often like elevator music. It's running in the background, but we rarely pay any attention to it. We research insurance before we buy it, like property, auto, life, health. But once the decision has been made, we rarely consider other options. If it's been 5 or more years since you selected your insurance company, it's worth the time investment to double check your premiums and compare other options. Number 5, take your lunch to work. Food is a necessity, but how much we spend on food can vary greatly. Reduce the fixed cost of your food bill by choosing to pack a sandwich or salad for lunch rather than dining out. Number 6, pay off your credit card debt. Interest payments are like flushing dollars down the drain. We don't receive anything for them. I understand fully that some borrowed money pays off in the long run, like a mortgage, a business loan, some student loans, but it's still important to think thoroughly about the implications of taking on a loan. Also, if you're requiring loaned money for consumeristic purchases, other words, credit card debt, this is an interest payment that should be eliminated as quickly as possible. Number 7, stop upgrading your phone. The monthly fees paid to cell phone providers have increased dramatically over time. Check other rates and options in your area. But one way to lower your fixed costs in the long run is to stop upgrading your phone just because you're eligible. Use your existing phone until it dies rather than needing the new model just because your company of choice announced a new one. Number 8, cut utility bills at home. According to some studies, the average consumer spends 7% of their annual income on energy. Cutting utility bills may not seem significant, but reducing each over the course of time does result in substantial savings. Get a programmable thermostat, lower the temperature on your water heater, unplug unused electronics, cut cable, or better seal your home for colder heat. Number 9, research childcare options in your area. If your children are not in school or need supervision before or after, look into new childcare options that have sprung up in your neighborhood. Just last week, my wife was chatting preschools with a friend. Our friend was shocked to hear the registration fee for a new high-quality preschool that had just opened in our area. It was much less expensive than the one she had intended to enroll her daughter in. After a few phone calls and independent research, she lowered her fixed costs significantly by enrolling in the new one. Number 10, ditch the storage unit. 10% of Americans rent offsite storage. In almost every case, it is simply not necessary. I understand they can be helpful in certain situations, during moves or in incredibly high rent areas, but if your storage unit is simply storing stuff because you own too much stuff, get rid of it. Stop paying money to keep stuff you don't need. Free your life of the financial and mental burden today. Lowering your life's fixed costs offers great opportunities. We can get ahead financially, we can pay off debt, or we can live more generous lives. Either way, it's always worth the effort to practice some of these budgeting tips. You just listened to the post titled Budgeting Tips, 10 Ways to Lower Your Life's Fixed Costs by Joshua Becker of becomingminimalist.com.
AI is incredible. It can teach you how to fry an egg and even write a poem, pirate style. Yarr! But it knows nothing about your work. Slackbot is different. It doesn't just know the facts. It knows your schedule. It can turn a brainstorm into a brief. And it doesn't need to be taught. Because Slackbot isn't just another AI. It's AI that knows your work as well as you do. Visit slack.com/meet Slackbot to learn more.
Imagine you're a business owner who has to rely on a dozen different software programs to run your company. Each one is expensive, overly complicated, and worst of all, none of them are connected. Now imagine a platform that could tackle all of your business management needs in one place. That platform you're imagining? It's Odoo. Odoo has all the programs you'll ever need, and they're all connected on a single, simple, easy-to-use software, giving you peace of mind that your business is always being taken care of from every angle. Odoo assists in accounting, marketing, inventory, HR, CRM, manufacturing, and everything in between through its user-friendly interface and open-source applications. Basically, if your business needs it, Odoo's got it. Odoo sounds pretty amazing, right? So stop wasting your time and money on those expensive, disconnected platforms and let Odoo harmonize your business with simple, efficient software that can handle everything for a fraction of the price. It doesn't get much better than that. So what are you waiting for? Discover how Odoo can take your business to the next level by visiting odoo.com. That's ODOO.com. Odoo, modern management made simple. I love these amazing tips from Joshua. I feel like I have to reiterate the first one a little bit louder for the people in the back. Buy or rent a smaller home. There are so many benefits aside from saving on this fixed cost. There's less to clean, less to furnish, less to heat and cool, and lower maintenance costs. I feel that being forced to live in small spaces all the years I spent in New York City has become a superpower in living minimally. I've come to find smaller living spaces much more cozy, and not owning many material possessions made moving a breeze. And mind you, I've moved 9 times in my adult life, which thankfully has always been very painless. My 1,100 square foot house feels like a castle now, and it's extremely affordable. Well, that should do it for today. Have a happy rest of your day and a great weekend. And I'll be back tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.